Hello everyone, welcome to the first live recording for Across the Atlantic. And today I have a very special guest with me. This is Prem Banker, and I would like you to introduce yourself. Tell us your favorite team.
Hey guys, as Devik mentioned, this is Prem Banker, close friend of Devik, who handles the Across to Atlantic channel, and here we are today to discuss some topics in football. So I'm a Real Madrid supporter and a huge Cristiano fan as well. So you can say I'm also a little bit of a Al Nassr fan as well right now.
Yeah, you must have enjoyed the Ballon d'Or.
I mean that was difficult. I mean that's another topic, right?
Yeah,
But what do you think of that?
spoiler, I really think so. Haaland should have won.
No shit, right?
Yeah, I really think so. Messi had a good season, but Haaland had a great season. He won the treble.
Exactly. So 56 goal treble was not given precedence over, of course, a very great World Cup. But I mean, the club season was not that great for Messi, right?
Yeah, it wasn't. Inter Miami finished bottom to second.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, not a good season.
Yeah, and even what do you think? Do you think Mbappe did better than Messi last
I
year
don't
as
think
well?
so.
Not.
I think so. Messi deserves at least a second spot
At least
because
a
of the
second
World Cup final
for the World Cup. Yeah.
and the victory.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. Second maybe makes more sense, but first should have been.
I think so. There were some more odd choices there. I think so. Rodri and De Bruyne were behind Mbappe, which is weird
Okay.
since they won a treble. I think so. De Bruyne had a fantastic season.
Right.
Rodri scored the winning goal in the Champions League final.
Right. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So I think they were both fourth and fifth, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Fourth was De Bruyne,
Yeah.
fifth was Rodri.
Mhm.
I do believe like three. I think first and second maybe okay. It makes sense that it should be Haaland and Messi.
Mm-hmm.
3 through 5, the players are correct. I would say so. Okay.
Okay.
Order, I feel they got it spot on as well because
Ooh. I wouldn't put Mbappe that high.
they did win the treble, but Mbappe, I mean, like it is a little bit biased, right? But a hat trick in World Cup final, you don't see that in 100 years.
I get that. I completely get that.
Hmm.
But World Cup is a series of 8 games, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
And
got it.
winning a treble is doing
60
what you've been
games.
doing for 50, 60 games throughout the season, which is insane.
Right,
And we cannot compare players like Mbappe with players like Rodri,
right,
particularly because they play in different positions,
right,
which makes it so hard to for us to compare each of them.
right,
But we can see how important Rodri has been for Manchester City.
right. Scoring a finals Champions League final goal
Yes,
as well.
and the 3 games he was suspended, City lost all 3.
I mean, yeah.
That just shows you.
I mean, it is very close, but I think a little bit of personal bias comes in play there.
Yeah.
But I get that.
I like
those
Mbappe,
three.
but I think so. He has been doing so much for this PSG team. I think so. He just needs to find a different challenge now.
Right.
Real Madrid seems like a good
Real
spot for him
Madrid
right
is the place to come, but bro,
Yeah.
what is he doing?
Do you know? I saw a rumor where Arsenal's trying to offer Martinelli in exchange for Mbappe.
I mean,
It's
like,
weird.
I mean, good. I would just say, good for you guys.
No, I would rather trade Jesus. You can keep Martinelli.
Martinelli is, by the way, you know what? Like, Martinelli is
Pretty
very,
good.
very bright.
Pretty good. He's good.
Yep.
But let's get on track. Let's start with the first thing
For
that we
today.
wanted to discuss
Right.
is the Premier League and La Liga combined 11.
This is very interesting. So let's get this clear. It should be 4-3-3, right? I would do
Yeah,
4-3-3.
let's keep it 4-3-3. Although I do understand not many teams play that.
Right.
And like
nowadays.
when we talk about left back and right back and who inverts, who does not. Let's just have a traditional 4-3-3.
Right.
And the thing that you have to keep in mind is the current form as well as the last year's form.
Okay, got
Because
it.
I think so. Even last year was super essential for
Right.
how teams evolved.
Definitely. A lot of teams, like especially team Arsenal had a massive glow up basically
Yeah.
in the last year.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, makes sense. Starting with the goalkeeper.
Yep.
You go first.
I wanted to shoe in Ederson
Okay.
just because he won
I
the
get
treble and he has been tremendous for City.
Right.
His long ball distribution, his short passing range,
Right.
his corner collection. He's just a pristine goalkeeper to watch, and I think
Right.
so. Brazil national team has a very difficult choice on their hand on how to balance Ederson and Alisson's minute. But I think so. Ederson gets a shoe in from me. I
Okay.
was tempted to go Alisson, but I don't think so. Liverpool had a good season last
Right.
year.
What do you think of Courtois?
I like Courtois, but
in the end they did not win a lot.
Courtois
of
is a
things.
very different profile of goalkeeper
Right.
than Ederson.
So-
I think so. Ederson's a more
well-rounded.
Yeah, I think so. He's really good in the build-up play that how
Right.
Manchester City
How
wants to
City
play,
plays.
and I think so. Courtois suits how Real Madrid wants to play.
Yes, exactly. So if like we are talking about traditional goalkeeper, right? I believe Courtois is the best shot stopper in the world. Maybe Alisson maybe gives him a competition, but yeah, maybe like including distribution and
Yeah.
how goalkeepers tend to be played these days. Yeah, Ederson or Alisson, both of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I was reading somewhere, Ederson does not have a good stop ratio, but I think so. The stats might be biased because of how little chances Manchester City actually concede.
Exactly. And like judging goalkeepers by stats has always been a little bit misleading sometimes. I mean, a lot of these stats, I believe, like stats are not the best way by which you judge a goalkeeper. I mean, like attackers, midfielders, they are a bit better. But I mean, that can be another discussion.
Yeah, but I think so. It also depends on what profile of goalkeeper you're looking at. If I
Right.
want a long range distributor or a short range passer, I would look at the stats.
Yeah.
How many passes do they manage to complete?
Yeah.
How many progressions have those passes led
Right.
to? I mean, Allison have had a few assists in the past, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's insane.
That
if you
goal
think about,
two years back.
Yeah. So yeah, but I don't know. It's a close one. Just because of the treble bias, I would go.
We have to go
Ederson.
Ederson maybe. Yep.
Just because of the treble bias.
Yep. We can do that. I can agree with you on that.
Right. So on the goalkeeper spot, we have Ederson.
Right.
Now let's talk about the centre backs.
Centre backs. Interesting.
Do you want to put a pair forward?
I do want to put a pair forward, considering this one of the guys injured this season. But I believe Ruben Diaz has to go in.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Second, I mean, like it might be a Real Madrid bias, but I believe like Militao was so great last season.
Over Araujo.
Yeah, for me, yes. I believe like he's the best defender in La Liga. He was the best defender in La
I mean,
Liga.
for La Liga, I think so it's close between Rudiger, Araujo, and
Even
Militao.
Alaba.
Even Alaba. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's a close one.
What about another one from City team or like even from the Arsenal team?
I think so. Ruben Diaz. I wanted to go John Stones, but I think so. He has been playing in midfield.
Midfield.
So
yes.
that kind of defeats the purpose of going for him. But I think so. Yeah, Ruben Diaz has been phenomenal. Saliba has been a revelation. I think so. He's easily one of the best young centre backs in the world.
Not just young, I would say like best in the world.
He's
one of
getting
the
there.
best.
He's
Yep.
getting there.
Yep.
Van Dijk has been shaky last year. I do not want to put him as of now. A fantastic defender. He's world class. But I think so his numbers have just fell a little bit. I
Yeah.
think so,
He's
something
getting form this season.
Yeah.
back. He's regaining it.
I think so. Liverpool's midfield allow a lot of chance creation, which makes it harder for Van Dijk to deal with.
defenders. Yep.
And I think so that kind of showcases his vulnerabilities sometimes.
Hmm.
And even the new rebuild that they have, I think so the midfield's still more attacking than
Right.
defensive.
Right.
I don't think so. They have the ability to perform defensively. They have been letting in goals left and right, even
Right.
though they have been scoring insane amount of goals.
Right.
But I think so in a long term, I don't know about Van Dijk.
Yeah. I mean, he's also getting up in the age as well.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's what 30, I guess, around 30 now.
I don't know. I think so. He's 29, but
But yeah, around he's getting up there.
yeah.
But you actually brought up Araujo, and so Barca did win La Liga, right? And
They did.
if I remember correctly, if you can pull that up, they considered like very few goals, and like one of the major reasons was Araujo being in the back as well. So while I believe that Eder Militao is a superior keeper, is a superior defender. Araujo, like controlled his whole defense in a better way than Militao. Militao individualistically was a bit better.
Yeah, so Barcelona conceded 20 goals
Out of 38 games.
out of 38 games.
That
is an insane stat.
And can you pull up Real Madrid's?
And Real
goal
Madrid
history?
pulled up 36 goals against. But do you sometimes think that it might also have to do with how much cover Barcelona has in midfield?
Yes.
They have Gavi, they have Pedri.
Gavi is a dog in midfield.
Yeah.
Bro. He runs everywhere.
Yeah, he's more of like the N'Golo Kante's
Right.
Yeah.
He's got that dog in him, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even like Jules Conte was quite
Conte was
amazing.
phenomenal.
Yes.
Yep. But I don't know. Barcelona did not perform well in Europa.
Europe at all.
Yeah.
Even in Europa and they were eliminated in Champions League, right?
Yeah, I
and
think
they considered a lot in the group stages as well.
Yeah, I also kind of want to give a little bit more emphasis to knockout games because you just have to be more defensively tight.
Right.
You cannot let opportunities in.
Right.
That makes you a good knockout team. I think so. City were phenomenal at doing that.
Right.
They did not let any team just create chances against
Exactly.
them. And I think so that's where Arsenal's going on, but that's a different topic.
Right. Right.
But
yeah. Okay, Ruben Diaz is a lock.
Let's keep Ruben Diaz a lock. And I was tempted to go Saliba, but I don't think so he's world class yet. I think so he still has to go on a few more seasons.
Yeah. Maybe 1 or 2 more seasons.
Yeah, he's Rolls Royce of a defender, but I think so he still has more
Mm-hmm.
seasons to go before he reaches those peak levels.
Right.
But
so
I would
just for La Liga,
I'd keep Militao.
You want that's my boy. That's my boy. Okay.
Alright, we have the centre back sorted out.
Done. Sorted.
Let's talk about left backs.
Interesting.
No Luke Shaw.
Damn, we are going to hurt some Man United fans with that.
For
one.
sure.
But again, where do you want to go with that? I believe like left back is one of those positions where I mean like if I had to pick one in the whole world, I mean like Theo Hernandez gets a shout for me.
Cancelo played for Barcelona. Oh, he played for Bayern.
He
plays for Barcelona now, right?
Barca now, and he has been amazing. He plays on the right a lot more nowadays. Fonzie Davies could get one shout.
He's in Bayern.
Yeah, so like I mean, who else do you think?
I wanted to go for Guardiola.
Okay.
But I think so Guardiola has been rotated in that back line a bit. He plays centre back, sometimes he plays left back.
Right.
I think so against Arsenal he played left
Considering
back.
last season though he was not here, so
considering last season he was not here, but this season he has been impeccable.
Yep.
He has been in good form.
Right.
I don't know. Robertson? I don't think so Liverpool had a good season for me to shoe Robertson in.
So Zinchenko going forward was great.
But I think so towards the end of the season, Zinchenko's defensive capabilities kind of overshadowed us.
Right.
I think so we let a couple of goals in. I remember the Liverpool moment where he just got turned. I think so it was Gakpo, but I'm not sure. But that cost us the equalizing goal. And yeah, I don't think so I want to put Zinchenko there.
Yes. Who else can we pick there?
How about Real Madrid's left back?
Ferland Mendy.
Do you want to put him there? Do you think he's...
No, I would like to do one thing. So, since midfield would be stacked, there's one player in my mind, Kamavinga. What do you think of him, bro?
So, do you consider him to be a left back or...
Okay, he is definitely not a left back. He is a midfielder. His best position is in midfield.
Exactly.
But whenever he plays there, bro, like we do not feel that Marcelo has left the club. He's that great on left back.
He's really good. He's really good.
And I believe like left back is one of those positions which is I believe towards the weaker ones in the side. That's what I think. Or are we missing someone?
I am torn again. I think so. Guardiola has played Rico Lewis a lot on the left back. I think so, but I don't know. I don't know who I want to put in as left back. I mean, like, I don't want to make the whole team City versus Real Madrid 11.
Right. So I was definitely going towards like Balde as well. The young Barca kid.
I would go Balde, but
you would. He was great.
You know what? I want to put Kamavinga in. I don't think so. He's getting into the midfield.
He's not getting.
Let's have Kamavinga there.
We can go for Kamavinga.
Yeah. And what about the right back position?
Right back. Kyle Walker.
That's a bold pick.
I mean, like that's the right pick though.
No Trent.
I mean, like you know what? He's definitely not getting in midfield, but I don't know. I feel that Trent as whole should change his position to midfield.
He's a really good midfielder, isn't he? But I think so that's what Liverpool does too. I think so instead of Andy Robertson inverting, I think so Trent inverts and someone from midfield drops in to fill that gaps. But I think so last year Liverpool's midfield did not have the legs to cover Trent's position, and that's what caused so many issues for him.
Right.
But he's still world class, isn't he?
Right, he is.
I would play him in any team. Probably.
He can get in. I had one more pick though.
Who?
He's very injury prone. He's injured right now. Reece James.
I wouldn't.
You would not.
For me, in my personal opinion,
Hmm.
injury is also a huge factor when I evaluate players.
Right.
If you're not available, you're not used to anything.
Right. Perfect. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll give you one more. That guy's been available throughout, and like that guy helped his team get in Champions League.
Who?
Trippier.
Ooh, that's a good one. But above Kyle Walker?
I mean, like they are a little bit different, right? Kyle Walker is like a beast defensively, whereas
Yeah.
Trippier offers more offensively. But both are, I would say, well-rounded in both the departments. But like as you said, that we do not want to make a Madrid versus City 11, right?
Yes.
And like Trippier is, I do believe like he's among those top 3, top 5 in the world in those positions. Of course, Cancelo again,
Yeah.
but Cancelo played half a season at Bayern.
Yeah, let's not count him.
Let's not count him. Maybe, but he, I believe like he would get in immediately if he wasn't.
Probably, yes.
Hmm.
Probably, yes.
Yes.
I think so. No one is as good as like being on the ball, picking out passes as Cancelo.
Right.
I wanted to be a bit put Ben White in because he has been so good last
He
season.
has been though.
But it's just hard for me to put those people up.
The thing that's great about him is he is a natural centre back, but he
Yes.
has been playing that, and I have not seen a single Arsenal game where he has been bad.
No, except the own goal he scored this week. But
Yeah,
let's just throw it out.
We can throw it out. I mean, like he changed his hair color, so
That's why.
I mean,
That's why.
that's the reason, right?
Uh,
Carval, of course, should be there, but like I believe like Kyle Walker
let's go with Walker.
Walker?
I think so. Yeah,
walks gives
I'm
that.
convinced.
Yep.
Perfect. So let's move on to our picks for the midfield, which
Most
in my
difficult.
opinion, I think so it's the easiest.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. How
Okay.
about I just give my midfield 3,
sure,
and then you say if you agree or disagree with me.
sure,
I'm going to go Rodri number 6
sure.
with Pedri and Bellingham.
So okay, the reason I said because that it is difficult is I do agree with 2 of those names. I think Rodri definitely goes in.
Mm-hmm.
Bellingham, based on his form last year at Dortmund, and bro, the way he's performing right now,
Oof,
definitely.
man, what a signing!
Third, I mean like Pedri, even though he's injured, but based on his last season's form, I was going to argue for De Bruyne, but again injured for this season.
Yeah.
But since both of them are injured,
See, the problem is Rodri and Bellingham have secured their spots. I don't know if winning the treble should secure you the spot, which De Bruyne has done.
right?
So I could see the case for just removing Pedri and adding De Bruyne, and you know what? I'm going to go with that.
Right?
Yeah,
It,
the treble helps.
Yep. It
And De
definitely
Bruyne
does.
is just a phenomenal.
Bro, I
midfielder.
swear, I swear.
I have no idea how he hasn't won the Ballon d'Or.
He has to win at least one.
Yeah, he doesn't
I mean,
get
like-
pity Ballon d'Or, so
Unlike some people here.
yeah.
I mean, yep, no comments.
All right,
No further comments.
all right. So that's the midfield set.
Midfield done.
Let's go forward 3. Let's go left wing, striker, and right wing together.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
one.
Vinny,
Mm-hmm.
Haaland,
Mm-hmm.
Saka.
That was going to be my pick.
Perfect.
That just removes every single debate.
Yep.
Every single debate. The reason I'm going with Saka
Hmm.
is kind of my own personal bias too, but I think so. He just had a breakout season
Right.
last year in
I
this
mean-
phenomenal Arsenal team.
Based on this season, I would put Salah over Saka. Even again, it's close, but last season, I think that Saka had
Yeah.
that amount of work
But
over Salah.
we do have to take in consideration that Saka had started 80, I think so. It was 80 league games consecutively,
Yeah,
and that
before,
is
like-
just an insane level of
Yeah,
performance that you have to maintain over the
availability
course
is
of time.
the best challenge.
See, exactly. I think so. Salah has not been that injury prone, but Saka's just Saka,
Yep,
and he's young, and he's just
star boy.
he's the star boy. He's
Yep.
the
Okay. To conclude this, I just had one question. A hot take that I have as well.
yeah.
Who would you rather have in your team right now, Vinny or Erling Haaland?
Oof. So the way I like my football to be played is more of Erling Haalandy.
Okay,
I like a good tall striker who can just pin those centre backs,
right.
creating spaces for the midfielders and even wingers for them to run behind. Vinicius is a very flashy player,
He is.
Yeah, he's insanely skilled at dribbling and winning those one-on-ones.
Right.
But I preferred how Guardiola and Arteta sets their
Right.
team out, using positional play and just controlling the game,
Right.
rather than Ancelotti's allowing individuals to flourish
Right.
and having that expressiveness. And like Vinicius has so much freedom to do what he
Right.
wants. If
Right.
he wants to get into the half spaces, he can. If he wants to go stick to the touchline, he can. I don't think so. Guardiola and Arteta's team allow that much.
Right.
They allow rotations, but they want their teams to be in certain shapes.
Right.
So I think so I would prefer Haaland.
Right. Yeah, I mean the sheer like number of goals and assists that he rakes in like is like justifies anyone. Like I can't like argue with you.
100%.
The reason I would say Vinny is I would like pick Vinny, but by like very small margins, is because he's the last season he was the main creative outlet of the whole Real Madrid team, and like we were doing pretty good, right? Like we went to semi-finals back to back. We were like in La Liga's race till the end, and we won a Copa as well. And like he had like back to back 20 goals, 20 assists season. So, and he had the most chances created, the most dribbles, successful, and so on and so forth. And so he's just a creative player.
Yeah.
And I mean like I'm always in awe of his dribbling. So that's why maybe a personal bias because I'm a Madrid fan,
Sure.
but I might pick winning up.
Yeah, I think so. With the new system of games, I haven't seen those flashy dribblers that used to be.
Right.
It reminds me of Sterling for City,
Yes,
or
it
someone
does.
like Sané for City.
Great comparisons.
dribblers.
Both
Yeah.
great comparisons.
And I think so that has just died down a bit, because I think so
Yes.
wingers are more of now used as someone to spread the defense
Someone like
and
Grealish.
create spaces for midfielders to step into.
Hmm.
Someone like Grealish, yeah, that's a good example. Someone like Martinelli, who have this unselfish roles in their
Approach,
team
yes.
that allows their other teammates to flourish. I think so. I saw the game, Arsenal versus Sheffield United,
Yes.
and I think so. Martinelli was really important in how Nketiah was managed to get his hat trick,
Right.
just by pinning the I think so. They played 5 at the back. That kind
Right.
of Martinelli brought 2 defenders to his side,
Yes.
creating spaces in between. But yeah, it's just a different game, isn't
Right.
it?
It is.